Yada. You ain't know? Listen, if you hear any noise or voices in the background, if you can't add a willpower, disregard it. Alright. Now, this specific vid is basically I'm going to be showing you some techniques, some things to get you going if you would like to go on the spiritual path. So there has been a split in timelines. All right, split in timelines. Okay, so you got those that are on the synthetic technology timeline. All right, and you had those that are not. We're more on the let's say more of the North Node. North Node is basically more into the natural. You feel me? Going natural. You feel me? Getting in tune with our true self. All right. If our higher self. Okay. So basically, we're going into there there you would like to if you would like to look up the word is autonomy. Okay, that word has been kind of floating around, going into autonomy. Okay, and getting more into that. Okay, so the thing is, if you're getting into your autonomy, you for me, this is self-governing. Okay, so basically, you talk to your body. This has been talked on about from certain channels and everything. Okay, now this specific one, I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do. Okay, I got my little feather. I like to collect feathers and stuff like that. Birds like to. You for me? I got some of these right here. So it just depends on real how lucky you can get. I got my baby right here. Be real gentle with this one. See this one? Yeah, that little baby right there. Kitty one right here. I use that poke. Let me see. Got my other one in here. I got my other one. Put that one in here and stuff like that. All right. So my other one's in. I got this one. Ducked off in this one. So okay. So let me tell you, this is how you tap in, get more in tune with your body. Okay. And then I'm going to also show you a little bit about how to get over the fear of a backflip. Okay. All right. Sometimes you feel me. This you feel me. Mother Earth is about developing, getting that courage in. I will not fear. That's what it is. And then you can I can show you some prayers. Okay. I can tell you some prayers you can perform. All right. Okay. So what you would like to do is close your eyes. All right. And after you probably do your certain sets of meditations and the like. Okay, you're going to feel a certain, you feel me? It's a certain type of awareness. Okay, you know. Okay, and you stay with that as long as you would like. You could look up different mudras and everything. I'm just showing you specific little certain ones that I kind of use. And what you would like to do, okay, be still. When you're still, be still in those meditations. And what you would like to do is get over that breath of fear. Okay, when you feel that fear, like that's a little suffocation in the breath, pause and take a higher breath. When you feel like, just take a deeper one and just keep doing that until that fear no longer can be around you. Okay, and then because sometimes y'all certain ones feel anxiety or something like that. Anxiety is like fear of the future, and depression is basically thinking about thinking 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 about the past too much. Well, being depressed is basically fear about the past and stuff. Well, thinking about more about the past is more about depression, then anxiety is more about fear about like the future and stuff like that. So let me show you a little something, okay? Okay, get in tune with your, you feel me? Some talk about seeing the aura and stuff like that. You got those. Okay, I say do this. I know it seems a little elementary. Just do this. Feel your energy. Just be there. You turn off electronics and everything. You know, earlier today, I unplugged all the electronics. I'm talking about, you feel me. Then I found out where to, you feel me, because certain one of the apps I found out that they kind of tampered with to try to tamper with the frequency, because I was like, this, it had a booming headache at, you feel me, at a specific time. However, you know, that loose, I got rid of that. So I used the Faraday and wrapped them all up in there, and sometimes you got to get away from all that technology. Turn it off, turn it all off, and wrap it in something and stuff like that. Faraday, I would recommend. Okay, so this is a little something you could do right here. Okay, just be with yourself, and feel just. Now the thing is, some, you feel me, don't have to practice as hard as others. Okay, some may have to do more practicing, and some don't have to. You feel me? And when you get so in tune with that, you'll feel something. Okay, you'll feel your body. You feel me? This is another type of knowing, another type of awareness. Okay, all right, okay. Don't be so in tune. You feel me? If those that are on, you feel me, the synthetic technology, they fear about the technology, artificial intelligence take over. Some, and the only part about that whole thing is, no, that timeline is crumbling. That's the only part. Okay, so those that are dependent on all that electronics and stuff like that, technology, they're going to basically crumble. Okay, those that tap into their supernatural abilities will have control and basically be able to easily dominate over technology. Okay, be very easy. Okay, so okay, then and here's a little prayer. I probably say something like this to help you, for me, if y'all would like to know a little bit more about prayer, whatever. How I usually like words and spells, since I'm really good with those. Okay, you could say something to add into your prayer. You feel me? You could say, you feel me? You could pray to your curseless self or your higher self. You feel me? I either say you know the Most High of all creators, the higher me, and I recently said, I asked from something from the curseless me. Okay, so you know, and so you could, and then when you close the prayer, you say, "In my true name, I pray." And then you say, "Ashe of all Atem." Thank you, Father, Mother, God. I love you, and I love me. Okay, so you could do these things. Okay, all right. You say Father, Mother, God. It's the yin and the yang. Okay, when they're married together, they become one. Okay, that's your energy. That's your energy. Okay, it's you. It's only you here. Okay, it's only me here. Okay, so here's a little thing. Okay, though, so you could use words like you could pray for pure curselessness, or you could say I embody pure debtlessness unapologetically. Okay, you could use words like that. Okay, that's what think about the English. It's trick language. However, it's basically it's now what you say. It's how you say it. Okay, so I like to use adverbs, adjectives, and like to use that within one word or whatever. Somebody try to do something, or so I could like yeah. Okay, so this is okay. So this is the thing I'm about to show you a little thing about the backflip. Okay, I got to do this quickly. Okay, so let me get the whole backflip thing going. Okay. All right. All right, lovelies. I'm going to show you. See now out here, you could basically get you like a little cushion, one of those right here, and then throw some pillows out here, everything, and get you one of these right here, and just cover it up. All right. Okay. Okay. So now the thing is, I'm a little country. You know, I'm a little country, so I'm barefoot and everything. So let's see how this turns out. Now the thing is, I'm still working on landing on my feet like straight up. Nonetheless, you know, let's see how I do because I had to get over the fear. So let's see what. All right. All right. You would like to do is start from an angle here. You feel me? So start from an angle a little bit and then see if you go straight back. And just keep doing it until you get used to it. So, so that's kind of what you do, okay? All right. It's a timing on here, so just keep doing with that and play with it, and soon you'll basically be able to land on your feet and you won't have to use your hands. All right. I love y'all. Stay accountable and find something safe to do. One.